Okay, I'm going to show this whole stove making video in 3 parts just because it'll break it down and it's easier to show what's going on when the tank is in this stage. So this is a little bit bigger of a tank. This is actually a 30-pound propane tank, as you can see, and it's been safely degassed, devalved, and so the first thing I did was I cut down the carrying handle because I don't need it for this project, and I'm going to grind off these barbs, and then I rounded this handle a little bit, as you can see, so it doesn't catch. I'm going to grind all this up and deburr it, get these risers off here from the mold. And as I've said many times, these tanks are made in 2 sections. So there's a bottom section and a top section, and there's a large welded seam here. It's very beefy. It's about that wide on the inside. If you could see it, the lighting here is poor, and this tank's rusted on the inside, so it'll be difficult. But so I've cut the fireside port a little bit below that well, just because it doesn't need to be that big, and you want it on the bottom of the tank anyway. You want to retain heat here for the purpose of this unit, and I'll go into all that in this second video. But so this is all just angle grinder cuts, and I've marked out where I wanted my fireside port, and I've just scrolled it with my angle grinder. I just lightly cut it so I could stay on track until I went all the way around, so I got a good clean cut. I'm going to grind all that down and get these old labels off and any of this protruding rust before I paint it with high temp stove black. I just wanted to show this part of the video just to show you where you're at here. Yeah, I wouldn't go cutting into that seam unless you really need to. You're gonna burn through a couple cut-off wheels. Plus, it's dangerous. That's a good way to get your wheel jammed and have it explode in your face. Be careful. Put a gentle touch on an angle grinder. To me, the only power tool that's more dangerous than an angle grinder is a chainsaw, and that's pretty bad. Remember, it never gets dull, it only gets smaller. And instead of a normal grinding wheel, I'm going to use actually a flap disc takedown wheel. So it'll be a lot quicker to deburr this. There's a bunch of gunk in here I want to get out of here. The inside of this will be painted inside and out with high temp stove black enamel. So I see a bunch of old rust in there. I'm going to end the video and clean all this out. And I'll see everybody for stage 2 soon, which will be the heat exchanger, because you want to retain as much heat in this unit as you can so you don't have to run the burner as much for radiative effect. And I'm going to mount that right through this old valve hole, and I'll show you how. See you soon.